Hello, blessings, guys. It's High Priestess Jamila. So, oh my goodness, guys, I wanted to come and speak to y'all about signs that a YouTube psychic is a fraud. And this is serious, okay? This is serious, okay? I have just to introduce you guys as far as who I am. My name is High Priestess Jamila. Just to get into my background, my gifts were discovered around the ripe old age of 2 years old. And when I was 2 years old, um, I unfortunately witnessed the suffering death of a caregiver of mine. I was staying with my auntie and her son got sick with leukemia. And shortly after he passed away, I began to communicate with him and still do in a lot of ways. It's just that since I've been a kid, it's kind of gotten lost. But he is one of my spirit guides. And so I realized that I was a medium. How I realized that I was an empath was that I started having these strange experiences to where, like, if I was, in the room with somebody, I could feel if they had a headache. I could feel if their ear hurt or anywhere on them. I could just sense that that they were hurting or something was bothering them. Okay, and I would feel it. So that's how I realized I was an empath. Um, so I have quite an extensive background in being who I am. Okay. And I worked in the workforce for well over 20 years before I decided to start my company, Divine Services. And as I have been on YouTube advertising my company for the past several years, I have ran into some things, and I'm going to tell you something. The number one sign that a YouTube psychic is a fraud, they're not an actual psychic, is if they chase around another psychic accusing them of doing something that they've never done. If they're making accusations, okay, if they are, you know, attacking, harassing, stalking an actual authentic psychic witch, okay, that's going to be your number one sign. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because real psychics, real witches don't have to do that. Okay. Especially if you're offering spiritual work to people. They don't have to do that. They don't have to discredit another person very desperately. You're not going to see an authentic psychic witch running around the internet, literally trying to ruin an innocent child's life. They don't have to go and try to ruin the lives of families in order to sell their readings. Their readings and their spell work is going to sell itself. It's not even about selling anything. It's about being connected. It's about being connected spiritually. So, for example, funny how a few years ago I was saying that being a witch is factually one of the easiest occupations, especially for women and some men, because there's male witches, okay? It's one of the most easiest occupations. I mean, obviously, if you know what you're doing, obviously, if you know how to make a freaking spell work, or if you know how to do what it do, you are going to automatically be aligned with your clients. Oh, there's the beautiful Jen. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. How you doing? Yeah. You're going to not have to do some of the things that I've seen people do on here. Okay. And that's just straight up and down. You don't have to attack or discredit or, do any of that. You're just a psychic witch. You have a website, or some people just use a Cash App. Every witch doesn't have a website. It's not a requirement. Okay. Um, in fact, okay, in fact, I ran my business for an entire 6 months just accepting MoneyGram and Western Union. And I ran my company that way for 6 months straight. This was back in 2016. But yeah, I did it. And the reason why I had to do it that way, I forget what had happened. I think I had one of those moments because, as a witch, you do have those moments to where you may go through somebody doing a chargeback. And I don't, it may not have been for 6 months straight, but I know that it was a while I was accepting Western Union, okay, only. And it never stopped my business. You know what I'm saying? Because spirit is not going to bring clients to you. Okay. Now, obviously, I've been in business for 7 years, going on 8. So that would mean that I am very authentic. Okay. Yes, it is. It is. Yes, I have one right now that is praising Hecate. No, Jen, I swear these people are ridiculous. Praising Hecate at the same time, attacking a witch, attacking a witch's family. I can't make this stuff up. Okay, yeah. In the name of Hecate. Now, Hecate is probably, as soon as she dropped Hecate's name, Hecate was on her. There's no freaking way that you have any connection with Hecate and you're hating on another witch. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it's a lot of frauds out there. And so they want to do it for the hustle. And I think many of them find out the mistake that they make because they really don't know what to do with these spirits. They really don't know what to do with negative energy. They really don't know. They honestly don't know what they're doing, and it's dangerous. Okay, it is dangerous. I just had to do some spell work earlier this morning in the witching hour that I was even afraid to do, but I had no choice because I want to make sure that my family stays protected. Okay, seriously, I'm not going to get into detail. Um, so I've been called all kind of frauds and charlatans and the like, you know, and I generally don't pay attention to that. I don't. But, I have to say this that I've been in business for almost 8 years. We're going on the eight-year anniversary that I've been in business. And I have a name for myself. I get referrals. My clients are very happy with the work that I do for them. And I am very empathic though, and I don't like human suffering. That's the one thing about me is that I tend to go easy on people. I tend to go easy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And they need to. They need to take some time away from the world, you know? Yeah. Well, and it is because, well, a lot of the harassment that I went through initially on YouTube came from people that I knew personally that didn't want to let me go. Like it was almost like they were trying to challenge spirit. They were trying to like they were trying to say no, like she has to stay the same, like, and they were gonna force spirit to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just really weird. And so anyway, and it just it's you got to be careful out there with people. You do. You have to be careful and see. Also, another thing, Jen, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but there are people out there that actually don't have any developed spiritual gifts or powers. And what they are doing is they are trying to do spell work to steal other people's power instead of developing their own. Okay. Now, see, that can be very dangerous because I've actually had somebody try to channel my energy, and I don't even know if the video is still up. But at the time, I was having an experience, I was dealing with some things, past life stuff. And so I go over there and look at her, and she's just like, her throat is like closing up. Like you could hear it. She was like, I'm trying to channel her energy, and oh my God, it feels like my throat is closing up. She was like literally like messed up because you're not supposed to mess with other people's power like that. You know, you're not supposed to mess with other people's enchantments like that. So you have people that are doing that. And I know this for a fact because I've gotten strange phone calls from people saying, we want to know what you know. We want your gifts. And it's like, well, you can't just like I don't understand that. Okay. So be careful out there. Okay. Now I've responded, and at this point, okay, with the trolling and the prank phone calls, I've decided that I am not going to give them any feasible emotion ever again. Ever again. For me, it's all laughs. Obviously, I'm a witch. Obviously, I can protect my family. I've had attacks against my family for years, and believe I finally did something about it. We'll see. It's another thing. You know, spell work doesn't always happen immediately like that when it comes to certain things. But hey, Black Karma, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's so weird. And, you can also tell when people are upset that they've been going to these botanicals and they've probably been lighting doom candles on you. You know, obviously, if it's some negative energy coming towards me, I'm going to see it, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to know it's there. You know what I'm saying? And I found that because of that, because of people dabbling. Let's see, dabbling in witchcraft is very, very dangerous. It is because from what I can see, people that dabble, what they end up doing is driving themselves insane. You know, post after post after post every 30 minutes, every couple of hours, as soon as they get up in the morning. They're posting things, and that means that what you did is backfiring on you, is what that means. So then what they will do is they will say, okay, I lost the spiritual war with you. Now I'm going to attempt to threaten violence against you and the like. And I'm sorry. Witches are some of the most, for me, for me, I have a lot of respect for witches and the craft. And we don't threaten to beat people up like that. Like, of course, I would defend myself if needed, but I'd rather give you a spiritual smackdown is what I'd rather do. Okay. So, and I can do that without lighting a candle. I mean, obviously, I know how to astral project. Obviously, I know how to astral travel. Obviously, right? So, literally, I could be in your living room, a smoldering green ball of gas in your living room within seconds. Obviously. Okay. Do I always like to do that? No, I don't. Um, no, I don't. And I've been wanting to come and talk to y'all about astral travel, but we'll talk about that later. But my whole thing about it is this, is that, obviously there's a lot of wannabes out there. And I'm sorry if you can't even show respect for people that have been in the business, especially respectfully, especially when you just all of a sudden start attacking a person. You're not authentic. Either you haven't developed yourself or you've been playing around with them spirits and they done drove you nuts. Okay. Because I can tell you that, some people go into it and they end up turning into Nancy's. And I am dealing with a Nancy right now in social media. It's weird. A couple of them. And so, my whole point is this though. You know, everybody that has spiritual gifts is not necessarily meant to do work for other people. And that includes readings, or some of them don't choose to. But there's some people that cannot handle it. They are not disciplined enough. Okay. And see, this is the whole thing. Like, I counsel and coach young witches who are just getting into the craft. I'm very well respected, right? And so the one thing that I always pick up on is that people get to picking up these cards or these pendulums or these Ouija boards, and they do not clear their space. They do not protect themselves beforehand. They do not clear their space afterwards. And they do not close doors that need to be closed. And that is a huge problem. So you don't play around with it. You do not. This is not Hasbro. Okay. Okay. In fact, I wish that they would stop making Ouija boards that they sell in the gaming stores, because I think that some of them, their parents will go and they'll say, "Oh, I'm going to buy a Ouija board because I think it looks fun." And you end up with a whole bunch of crap happening. Yeah, I'm a very highly accredited teacher of the craft as well as tarot cards. And so some of my people will come to me and they'll say, "What's going on?" And I can tell them exactly what's going on. But in a lot of cases, I can see that people are not clearing themselves. They're not. Also, if you have a problem enough to where you are all of a sudden attacking a Jamila, not me, but just a Jamila. Okay. If you all of a sudden attacking people and you got all these delusions, and you're not mentally stable enough to do readings, that can mean that perhaps you may have a spirit on you that you need to get rid of. Okay. Psychics have to do that. Whether or not you just do readings for people, you can see obviously that they're playing around with it, and it's not anything to play around with. And so I've actually had that happen to me. I have had random people who were playing around with spirits and they discovered me. And then all of a sudden I was the bad guy. I'm like, well, I don't even know you. Like, who are you? Okay, I don't know you. And they act like I cursed their entire world or their entire generation. And I'm like, well, first of all, if you sent me some bad energy, then it got sent back. If you sent me any bad energy, it got sent back. Attacking me is not going to solve your issue. You know what I'm saying? And while I can see the issue very clearly, I refuse to give them tips on it. I could like this newest person that's attacking me. I already know what's going on with this person. I'm not even going to say again what I can see directly going on with this person. Simple, simple fix for the problem. Simple. I'm not going to say nothing because they're being rude to me. So I'm not going to give them no free advice. Okay. I'm not going to do it. Well, Jen, my classes are going to be 33% off starting in January, on January the 1st, 2023. They'll be 33% off. So, and so will spells and rituals and stuff, but my classes will be 33% off too. So, I just didn't want to get any students during the holidays and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just decided, nah, so I wanted to more so focus on clients. And then I had a lot of clients that came back that needed additional work, or the work that they had done, because a lot of the times, like, my cases are so complicated that I'm usually working with these people for usually at least 3 to 6 months or longer. Depends on what they're dealing with. So, um, yeah, Black Karma says that's me. People be asking for readings. I don't like doing it. I usually decline unless it's someone really close to me and need it. Yeah, but just like if you pick up these cards, I mean, y'all, listen, the protection that I have, and I just did some new protection. Oh my God. They're not gonna like that one at all. But I just did some new protection. But the protection that I have, sometimes I sleep with my tarot deck sitting next to me in the bed. Like I'll just fall asleep with the cards just sitting there. And but there's spirits connected to these cards. You have to clear yourself. And I found this with newbie witches or people that they think, oh, I'm going to get a tarot deck and I'm going to use this as a hustle. Don't take it for granted. I have had spirits on me that have had my head like hanging down to the side. This ain't nothing to play around with. It's not playing cards. It's not. And I've seen people play around with it. Or here's another thing that I see very clearly: people going to spiritualists that they cannot trust, and the spiritualists cursing them simply because they don't like them. Now, for me, y'all know that I practice much more ethically. Okay. There is no way that you are ever going to walk away from me with a curse because I don't like you, or it is very true that some people have a problem. It is a mental problem to where even if you have the money to pay them easily for the work, they'll get jealous. They'll say, what is this person doing with all this money? I just told them that I'm charging them $2,500 and they just paid me that real easy. And they will stay focused on that. Like I've seen it, and I've heard other spiritualists talking about it, people that are accredited. Okay. And this happens. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. If it is somebody that is trying to break through in the spiritual business and they're trying to make somebody else look crazy, they are projecting and they are the crazy one. Okay. Like it's just the reality of it. Projection is a huge thing. People project subconsciously all the time. If you don't know anything about the human mind, like for example, I have a skull candle going right now. If I did not have the knowledge of some knowledge of the human brain, how am I going to light a skull candle? Why am I lighting it? What am I lighting it for? People use skull candles for many, many different reasons. Okay. So why would I be lighting this skull candle? Well, this one is a healing candle. Okay. And I'm not going to say any more. You have to be able to research and have a mind enough to say, okay, this person is doing this and I see that they have this issue. Okay. For example, if you come to me and you're a very self conscious person, I'm going to know to research the area of the brain that rules over that so that I can know actually what part and area that I'm dealing with. Most people just think when it comes to spiritual work, it's all negative. You know, witches don't just curse people, we heal people. But a lot of people, and that's another way that you can tell somebody ain't real. If they're constantly just talking about curse, 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 curse. Okay, that's one aspect of it. But what about the many other things? Because I swear, some of these people, I feel like they're just ops meant to make witches look bad. And I don't respect that because I don't like to like I don't like to be a mean witch. I can be really mean. I can give somebody a headache that will last a whole damn month if I wanted to. I could give somebody so much. And I don't like doing that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's necessary when somebody is friggin' attacking you. And you know what I'm saying? It just don't be nervous, Jen. But you know what? It follow your intuition. Do not ever get pushed into anything. If you don't feel comfortable with it, don't do it. Because I can tell you that maybe that's your guides protecting you. Okay. If it makes you nervous to work with darker entities, don't do it. Okay. You do what feels right to you. Okay. Because it may not be meant for you to work with those darker entities. It may not be meant for that. You know what I'm saying? But Hecate is considered to be both, in my opinion. But you know, Hecate will teach you lessons. She will. She's not gonna get in your business. Hecate's not gonna tell you who to date. She's not. She may protect you. Okay. She may tell you what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But she's not going to do that. She is one of the most powerful teachers. Okay. She actually came to me too last week. I was doing some lucid dreaming and she came to me and it was so funny because it was like I had two dogs sitting in my bed and they were just sitting there and I was like, could you please get off of my bed? It was like I was talking to the dogs in my sleep. And I woke up and of course the dogs were not there, but it was one brown dog and one black dog. And you know, it was Hecate, okay, because she's symbolized by two dogs and three witches, okay? Anyway, don't play around with these cards either. You can't do that. You have to understand the importance, and a lot of people don't have discipline. A lot of people do not have discipline. You have to be disciplined when you are using these cards. You have to actually, sometimes I'll protect myself with an assault circle. I'll just it'll just keep me from having to sage my whole house because sometimes people will contact me and the spirit will just pop right up and it'll go through me. And the next thing you know is roaming through the damn house. Okay. And I won't even really know it because they'll come in through me because I'm a medium. Okay. I have like hundreds of years ago in my bloodlines, there's shamans. Okay. And so other witches that are real, authentic witches, they are going to know I'm not going to mess with her because I know how it feels to have those gifts. That's another thing. Are they giving each other professional courtesy? Most witches will not attack children. This is another thing that Lilith is telling me. They demonized Lilith long time ago. They took her story out of the Bible completely. They demonized her. They said that it was Lilith that will come and kill your babies and stuff like that. And that's totally not true. So she had that conversation with me years ago, like a few years ago, and I believe her because they're liars, okay? Like literally, it was men of the church and pastors and preachers that were raping and killing women and children. And they tried to say Lilith was doing it. Oh, it was Lilith that did it. No, it wasn't. So it's Lilith is very protective over children, especially her children. If she considers you to be her child, she will torment your enemies. She will torment them day and night. She is not playing around with you. Hecate is more so, she's more so the teacher. But if you want to get some dirt done, Lilith is the one to call to because she's the female aspect of Lucifer. They're very scared of Lucifer. I don't know why, because Lucifer is Jesus. I don't understand why these people won't accept that. But I won't because listen, I don't want to trigger people. Okay. And I don't understand why people watch me or listen to me and become triggered, but yet their eyes are glued to me. They're just glued to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're stuck to me. It's like, I don't like you, but I'm gonna listen to you and I'm gonna watch you. Okay. And I don't even be talking about them. I'll be talking about spiritual stuff. So, I'm not saying that the witch has to be a fraud forever. She may actually have something going on. Okay? She may actually have something good going on, but she's not developed yet enough. She's not. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And also another thing, I don't cast out things to harm people's children. Um, I don't do things like that. So that's not my karma. That's something, and that's why I don't worry about it. I don't harm people's children. I don't try to harm people's children at all. And the thing of it is this, is that it can get downright ugly and dirty. It can. I don't I don't have to be at spiritual war with anybody. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I was proven within the second year of tenure as being a witch. I don't what am I proving to anybody? And so there's somebody that is either doesn't like witches, and they're constantly wanting people to prove themselves, and that's not my job to do that. My job is to help my clients, okay? And these people have recently been over on their channel trying to discredit me, and they know nothing about it, because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to hustle, and no. Yeah, no. Okay. And so, for me, here's my whole thing about it, is that we're battling with people's spirits, and everybody has spirits connected to them. Everybody walking around here. And when you have somebody that is speaking to you and they're saying all of these things that don't apply to you, that means what? That means that they are projecting. And so it is important for you to protect yourself, because people do have spirits, they have demons, they have curses, but at the end of the day, a fraud is a fraud. And if you feel some type of way about another witch to the point where you have, like, unless that witch is actually doing work on you and attacked you for no reason, I'm going to tell you straight up and down. If you've said anything crazy to me or about me, yes, I'm going to do work on you. Yes, I'm going to discredit you. Yes, I'm going to do that work and keep it moving. And so an authentic witch or practitioner is going to understand that. They're not going to behave like a little child, trying to make excuses for their behavior. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, an authentic witch is going to have a better understanding of that. It's just that because, a lot of people think that understanding is all about somebody understanding you, but understanding is actually a gift, because when you understand something on a deeper level, that is everything, because then you know how to come up with the solution for the issue. Now, if you see somebody in spiritual battle and all of a sudden they're making up lies about the person and they're doing a smear campaign, that's not an authentic witch. It's not. Because an authentic witch is not going to lie on anybody. An authentic witch or psychic is going to tell the truth. An authentic witch is going to do work. She's not going to have to lie on anybody. Okay. Especially when you way off in left field. One of them is pretending to be a psychic, saying all these weird things to me. And I'm just like, hun, you need some mental help. An authentic witch is not going to incriminate herself. For what? She's got the magic. She's got the juice. Why would we need to incriminate ourselves? By breaking the law and doing things unorthodox. There's no way. There's nothing more orthodox than a witch. So be careful. And especially, I'm giving y'all a warning. Anybody that y'all see talking about me, accusing me of starving my children. We just saw my kid. My kid is humongous. Anybody accusing me of anything, that means that they are trying to block bust on my business, and you cannot trust them. That is what they mean. That is what they mean. If they come out of the blue with it, oh, I'm just going to come out of the blue and accuse you of something and try to discredit you, and hell hecate, no. Okay. Yeah, and we see that happening quite a bit on YouTube. I would personally say that that would be more so a wannabe witch, in my humble opinion, because basically what you're saying is that I can't be a successful witch without attacking this other person. This is one of the reasons why, see, I respond, I don't attack, and my responses have turned into laughter. I can't help it. It's not that I'm laughing at the subject. I'm not laughing at people hurting. I realize that there are a lot of people that are messed up that need to heal themselves because maybe they had some negative experiences as children. I'm not laughing at that. What else am I supposed to do? It's a joke to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very perplexing, even to me. It's perplexing because it doesn't make any sense. When I started my company, and I think this is where people get it confused. When I started my company, I had beef with some people that I had to deal with. Okay. But that's not what built my company. Having a beef with somebody did not build my company, because those people that I was beefing with didn't even know about my channel for an entire year. They didn't even know where I was on YouTube. And then also, psychics are, okay, we're psychic. we're not necessarily meant to see everything because everything happens for a reason. Okay. So, and I wish that people had more self-respect and respect for their craft. That's what I wish. Because at the end of the day, you can try to discredit me all day and night up and down the street, but my clients are manifesting every single day. And that is all that matters. When you are frauding people, then what will happen is that you're actually not able to make that spell manifest. You're not able to make it work. And then now you get a whole bunch of pissed off, angry people that are upset with you. And they're saying, listen, it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years, nothing has changed. And you're sitting up there, not able to take responsibility. It's a great responsibility being a working witch that works for people. Okay. So you can't tell me that, you can even handle that. You can't handle it. Arguing with me, that doesn't mean that you're going to actually be able to handle being in the spiritual battlefield. That, like, come on now. And I think a lot of people wanted to break off into it and they were not successful because they wanted to just, they felt like, oh, if I battle with Jamila, then, and it's like, what do you mean? But they're still stuck in the same place that they were at when they started. And I'm moving forward to buy a lake house very soon. I don't get it. I really don't. And then especially, okay, here's another sign of an unauthentic witch. You're going to cozy up to an abusive male. Wow. So you think you're going to break me down with an abusive male? And he's supposed to scare me and I'm supposed to be afraid of a man? And I'm a woman. How many of y'all women in here are actually afraid of men? And I'm not afraid of men. So, again, some of the things that these people have done is just it's a huge insult. And it's actually made me want to leave this website because I feel that it is an insult to witches. It's an insult. And I don't feel bad about myself for being a witch. I'm very proud of being a witch. So witches are supposed to be low down and low vibrating? No. So I don't really I can't vibe with these people with some of them. Like y'all good, but I just can't get down with stuff like that because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So, be careful out here because people will have you all kinds of messed up. Please believe that even though sometimes I respond to these people, I'm on top of it. I have a whole table full of work going for my clients. I always stay focused. Okay. You have to be able to stay focused. And if you think that you're going to be a successful witch or psychic by attacking other people, you already failed. Some of them call that chaos magic. That is not what chaos magic is. Okay, and I know what chaos magic is. Chaos magic is not that. So a lot of them think if I try to cause chaos, then that's a sign that I have power. And they don't. Okay. So just be careful out here, you guys, especially when you see them talking crazy about me, it's really because they probably have cocked lit some damn money candle, couldn't make it work. And money work is some of the easiest shit to do. Money unblockers are some of the easiest shit to do. And if they can't get a money candle to work for themselves to the point where they out here attacking other witches, what makes you think they can? What makes you think they can get something to work for you? They cannot make a money candle work. And I'm sorry, trying to use a man or lack thereof a man, that's not going to discredit a witch. In fact, there's a lot of witches that are married, but there's a lot of us that are single. Whenever you see one of them come up, you know that it's a fraud. It's a fraud. Okay. That's a fraud. Okay. And they're not going to do nothing but bring more struggle into your life. That's not a person that is going to be able to go in a spiritual battlefield and win for you. They're not. Okay. Now they may be ignorant and ghetto. They may be able to go by your enemy's house and bust out all of their windows and egg their house, child's play, but they're not going to be able to release you. I'm talking about release you from actual spirits. They're not going to be able to do that for you. They can't even read for you. That's a blind person. And that's a real fraud, especially if it's a male or a female trying to use your marital status to discredit you as a witch. Wow. No. That's what we not gonna do. And I still don't understand that. Why do they always try that? As if witchcraft is somehow responsible for women getting married. I mean, it could be. You know what I'm saying? You could use spell work to, help a man commit to you, but I'm still trying to figure this out because we have a lot of powerful single witches out there that can literally change your life. So where are we doing this at? There is no witch that can come out and say, yes, I've been married since, we went to high school together and then we got married. We've been married for 20 something years. I'm automatically a powerful witch. Excuse me? So that, and usually the frauds that ain't real, they run the same game. That's called desperation. Have you ever thought about maybe possibly doing a road opener or maybe possibly doing some unhexing or something? And y'all know that all of my curse reversals, they have a clause in them. You can't send nothing back to me or my clients. You might as well just go by the river and clean your feet because you ain't gonna never be able to send nothing. We don't do the back and forth thing. Mm-mm. Okay, we don't do that. So you know, But it's a very, very rewarding experience. And I can honestly say that I'm experiencing the good and the bad of being on YouTube. By the way, did y'all know that TikTok got banned? About time. Ooh. I'm sorry if you're a TikTok person that had a lot of followers. That website was kind of toxic. I can, but okay. So back to what I was saying, because I don't know why I just all of a sudden thought about TikTok being banned. Okay, just like 13 hours ago, they just banned it. Okay, so I haven't actually looked at TikTok to see if it's true, but it was several news reports saying that it was banned. So I apologize if you guys were depending on TikTok for social media presence, but I never did like TikTok. I think part of the reason was because of some of the recipes that they were doing some dangerous recipes on there. Anyway, um, yeah, it was just like a lot of stupidity. Um, I'm experiencing the good and the bad. When I come to YouTube, there's all this harassment by confused people. But in my inbox and my phone number, my text message, my clients are extremely happy. And that's why I do what I do. So I don't too much worry about it. They want you to worry. They For some reason, and you know what, another thing, Black Karma and Jen, I believe that they are going by that law of attraction. That law of attraction has screwed up more people. They think that if they go around calling me ugly all day, that people are not going to come to me to get spells and rituals. Well, trust me, when I probably, I can't say if I look real old when I turn 90, but I'm going to still be doing spiritual work. And trust me, beauty has nothing to do with it. Okay. Beauty has nothing to do with it. But they think if they go around and they say these things, this is going to make me feel insecure or some crap like that. And it's a low vibratory person's way of, I guess, trying to get something done, but it's pointless when it comes to me. Okay. So this person, was really, really, really trying to tear into me. And yeah, man, like, right. Hey, listen, law of attraction is not even what you like. They think that they can mess with somebody's law of attraction. Okay, so let's say that 20% of my spell work that I do for myself and my business comes from law of attraction. And the rest of it came from pure will and understanding of the craft. Okay. Let's say that. Don't you think that I would have a backup plan to the law of attraction, which might include blood? I mean, you may lose a quarter blood. You may end up losing some flesh. Okay? Like I just think that that's ignorant to do that. And especially men that are trying to throw spell work at women. Oh my God. What a way to curse yourself. Men are not supposed to be using toxic masculinity on women at all. Like, I ain't even got to do what I need to do a reversal for. You already getting your karma. Especially if they thumping the Bible at us. Oh, wow. Really? You ain't supposed to be thumping no Bible at no witch. Not in this century. Mm-hmm. It's totally and absolutely disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. And like I said, I believe that a lot of them want to be where I'm at, but you're never going to be where I'm at because I'm going to stop you from trying to take from me. And see, that's another thing. They think they're feeding off of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they get angry every time they see me, and they see that what they're doing is not working, and it just makes no sense. It's nothing but a big failure, and that's what it will always be. And like I said, I don't know who coached these people, or who their spiritual leader or advisor is, but they are advising them wrong. I can tell you that. I can guarantee you that, honestly. And yeah, it's terrible. And so just be careful with folks like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't trust them. But have you been seeing his wall, how she's been typing on his wall, and she's trying to, like, well, first of all, if I never talk about you, people won't even know about you. And what do you think people hire me for? Do people hire me to harass people in social media? No. They hire me for authentic work. They don't, my clients don't want me to go and harass people in social media. How does this even make sense? But see, that's the thing. We all don't practice the same. In fact, when I deal with those people, I don't even think, they tried to bring business into it. No, we're having a social disagreement. That's what all that is a social disagreement. That don't have nothing to do with my company and my business. They say, and they do have a total lack of understanding, of what's going on here. So of course, the threats of, when things don't go their way, or when their spells don't work, then they get to threatening my child, which is a big no no, a big no no. Okay. So, I feel like it just, yeah, nobody got anywhere doing that. And the whole social discord thing has nothing to do with what I'm doing. And nothing scares me either. I'm not afraid of anything. And I'm definitely 1000% as a witch, definitely not afraid of them doing anything to my children. Oh, wow. No. Okay. So what they do is they try to terrorize. If you see somebody terrorizing somebody using their kids, steer clear of them. You don't actually go to them and get a reading unless you may think the same way that they do, which, I still would not trust my spiritual stuff with that person. Okay. So, I don't know exactly how long they're going to act a fool. I've noticed that this very, you know, mentally ill man has been attacking me more since he has linked up with this wannabe witch. But, I don't have testimonials from anybody that's attacking me. And there's a reason for that. Okay. You're not going to hear a testimonial of somebody saying, hey, I attacked Jamila and so and so happened. They're not going to say that. This would be obvious. Okay, everybody knows that I love and cherish my children very much, especially those of you that have been watching me even before I came out of the broom closet. So this is I mean, to me, that's just plain stupid. Especially you attacking a 1-year-old that already got haters. I mean, that's like a god kid. That's like a kid god. Evidently, you know what I'm saying? And he has to be protected. That's why he is homeschooled. Okay? Because he has to be protected. Okay. All of my children have to be protected, but something special about that one because he's had haters since he was born. Okay. Grown men scared of my kid. Okay. Like, I ain't never, I've never seen anything like it before in my life. No, they're trying to feed off me, Jen. Girl, I should show you my jar I got. They trying to feed off of me. Trying. Okay. They can't feed off of me. But, the only thing that they can do is get people that dislike me to give them donations. And how long will that last? Because that's going to backfire. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Hey, tell Ty to get the groceries, Jake. Okay, okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a minute. I'm not gonna say who that was from, but okay. So anyway, I'm trying to put up my groceries. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, yeah, I think that it should be expected for a person to be able to run their business peacefully. And that's all I want. All I want to do is be able to run my business peacefully. And it is very, very, it's sick, Jen. It's sick. Okay. It's sick. Hey, I got some snickerdoodle cookies. Want some? No? Okay. Um, it's very sick, is what I can tell you. The describing of sexual acts with children, it's something that no mother should ever have to listen to. And I don't listen to it. It used to be worse than that, and they're trying to bring that back. And so I just can't wait until um, you know, they're gone and, off of the internet. Seriously, like, you have to understand that, people have the right to their, quiet enjoyment of their home. People have the right to, to exist on a website without you constantly harassing them. Okay, what? Okay, there it is. So, that's all I'm saying. But yeah. So I'm gonna go. Be careful out here though, guys. Be careful, because you know what? Let me say this before I go. When I do readings for you, I am protecting you during those readings as well. Okay. All of my supporters on this channel are protected. When I do a reading for you, I protect you. If a person doesn't even know how to protect themselves, to where they don't get a bad, nasty spirit on them, okay, how are they going to do that for you? Okay. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with people. A person can be the best psychic ever. You know what I'm saying? They may be a real psychic, but do they know anything about protecting you? And protection is very, very important. Okay. Seriously. And it's not no joke. You got to be careful. And so, anyway, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. Be disciplined and be safe and sound, okay? And if you feel like, go by how you feel. If you don't feel right about somebody, listen to your intuition. If you do not feel right about that person, okay? Seriously, listen to yourself. Listen to that inner voice that's telling you, no, I don't think I want to do this. But you don't want to go by what other people are saying about that person, you know, but you do want to go by what your spirits are telling you. Okay. Seriously, a lot of the times. And, especially over here, um, you know, my clients are more than happy with the work that I do for them. Okay. And so, and that's what counts. You know what I'm saying? That's what counts. It's not up to me to make other YouTubers happy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not why I'm here. Okay. I'm here to make my viewers happy, and I'm here to make my clients happy. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Clients that do watch me on YouTube. And I do apologize for the recent uproar and upset. I have a tendency to run off at the mouth because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, but Yeah, some changes is about to come. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay. So y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll be seeing y'all. Okay. Blessings.